Hello, my loves. Welcome into this reading for the full moon in Virgo. This reading is for those who have this full moon in their seventh house. That is Pisces Risings and/or anyone who has 16 degrees 40 minutes of Virgo in their seventh house. If you haven't already watched the introduction to this reading and you want to learn more about these energies and what we're doing here, the link is in the description and popping up on YouTube. Seventh house is ruled by the seventh sign of the Zodiac, which is Libra. The theme of the seventh house is relationships. So seventh house is the house of relationships, which deals with long-term partners, marriages, contracts, enemies, and business relationships. It's all one-on-one relationships, okay? So relationships that you have between you and one other person. That is where in your life we're celebrating this full moon energy. Now, using the whole house system, this means that Virgo is the ruler of your seventh house, meaning no matter what cycle we're in, you have this Virgo energy in this area of your life to draw in. If you have planets in this area of your chart in Virgo, it'll also amplify this part of your life. So when it comes to your one-on-one relationships, you can tap into this analytical, observant, precise, reliable, logical energy at any time. For this full moon, we're going to be focusing specifically on celebrating logic. Celebrating because it's a full moon, and logic because that's what the full moon in Virgo told me to do. It really wanted me to focus on this logic, and it's been very intriguing how all of these readings have unfolded. So we're celebrating logic within your one-on-one relationships, and we're getting guidance from the Goddess Power Oracle on how to do that. So if you haven't already, close your eyes, taking a few deep breaths, open your heart to receive the guidance most aligned for you at this time, and called in your spiritual support team if that feels good to you. This is the time to do that. Pause the video if you need more time to set that sacred space and intention. All right, goddesses, show me this card for the seventh house Virgos and Pisces Risings. Beautiful. Your card is Epona. Her theme is wise leadership. Her number is 14. You may see that number show up to confirm this message for you throughout the lunar phase. So when I talk about a number showing up to confirm this, what it means is if you see this number and you remember this reading and the fact that that number was your number this lunar phase, you're going to then ask yourself where you saw it, how you saw it, what you were thinking when you saw it, what were you doing? And then you're going to ask how all of that or any of that relates to logic within your one-on-one relationships and the message of wise leadership that Epona is about to offer. Stepping into the world with a sense of surety and positive self-worth is what's called for now. Epona, the Celtic Roman horse goddess of leadership and guidance, offers you her wisdom. Know that you have what it takes to heed it. Okay. The goddess Epona is offering her wisdom. Know that you have what it takes to heed it. You can do anything you place your attention on, and you'll find it easy to accomplish what's needed for your intentions to take form. Whether you are aware of this or not, the way you manage your accomplishments and even the way you handle failures and losses is modeling the way forward for others. There is wisdom growing within you. Being true to who you are and placing integrity and humility equal to enthusiasm makes you a wise leader indeed, one that the goddess Epona is proud of. Beautiful. You can pause this reading if you're watching the replay, and you can take notes on anything that brought up for you, especially in relationship to being logical in one-on-one relationships. Here's what I'm pulling out. Being true to who you are and in placing integrity and humility equal to enthusiasm makes you a wise leader. Makes you a wise leader in particularly relating to your one-on-one relationships. This is a beautiful message. She's telling you that you have what it takes to be in integrity, to come in with humility, and to offer enthusiasm to your one-on-one relationships. It does feel like your logic is a part of this for sure. So you're celebrating your logic, and logic is helping you to be those three things. To be in integrity, to be humble, and to be enthusiastic. Okay? You're using logic to do that, particularly in your one-on-one relationships. Your logic makes you a leader, and you're helping to lead another in a one-on-one dynamic, okay? Whether that's a mentor relationship or whether that's just a partnership where you're the leader in that dynamic, whether it's a business relationship and you're leading the way for that dynamic. So this is talking about a one-on-one relationship where you are a leader and where your logic is supporting you in that leadership role. Beautiful. I'm going to tap in here and see if she's got anything else to share with you. Yeah, she's just saying that where your attention goes, energy flows, and your trust in yourself is needed at this time. You have what it takes, and your self-worth is important to your one-on-one relationships. It's bringing a healthy dynamic to your one-on-one relationships. And so be very logical about everything that you're doing, like asking yourself, is this integrity? Is this in integrity? Am I being humble? Am I making sure I'm checking my ego here? And am I being enthusiastic in this one-on-one relationship? And just use logic. Just ask yourself those questions. Kind of remove the emotional charge of these questions and just say, is this in integrity with who I am? Am I making sure I'm keeping my ego in check? Am I enthusiastic in my dealings with this person? And then offering your self-worth to this relationship and dynamic. It could be a particular relationship. It could be all of your one-on-one relationships. It could be a few of them. That's up to you to understand and to intuit. Remember, all my readings are trying to guide you back to the wise instinctive knowing that exists within you. Yeah. So, mm-hmm. So what I'm also hearing is that it's illogical to think that anyone else outside of you can determine your self-worth. So one-on-one relationships really need your logic right now to look at and say, okay, am I going to this relationship to validate me? Am I looking at this relationship to give me self-worth? And if you are, recognize that it's illogical to do that. No one else can tell you that you're valuable. The story that you have in your head is the story you have in your head. Just because you modify it when somebody else is in the sphere doesn't mean that they have a sense of self-worth for you. You're the one creating that, okay? It's very logical to recognize that you are in control of your self-worth and nobody else. No one outside of you. No one-on-one dynamic or relationship can ever give you the knowing that you are worthy. You might generate a feeling of worthiness because of someone's presence in your life, but you are the one generating that, not the other person. Be logical about that. Be honest and humble about that too. Okay? Beautiful. Let me know how this resonates. Let me know if you have questions. Enjoy this beautiful full moon in Virgo. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors that universal light within you. Namaste.